In the darkest depths of a forgotten forest, where even the bravest dare not tread, stands a place shrouded in malevolence, Blackwood Manor. For decades, this ancient, crumbling mansion has been left abandoned. Its once grand halls now home to whispers of terror. The local villagers refused to speak its name, and those who wandered inside were never seen again. One cold, moonless night, 4 friends Sarah, Michael, Emily, and James arrive at the gates of Blackwood Manor. They laugh nervously, feigning bravery as they approach the towering structure. The wind bites at their skin as if warning them to turn back, but they ignore the signs. The mansion seems almost alive. Its rotting walls creak and groan, and the shadows cast by the twisted trees reach out like claws, clutching at the intruders. As they step through the gate, the air grows colder. They hesitate, and for a moment, Emily swears she hears a voice, a faint, desperate whisper carried by the wind, pleading with them to leave, but the others laugh it off, unaware that the house is watching, waiting. The front door creaks open with unnatural ease, as if the house welcomes them inside. The grand foyer is bathed in darkness, the flickering light of their flashlights barely penetrating the thick gloom. Dust hangs in the air, and the smell of decay is overwhelming. The silence is suffocating, broken only by the sound of their footsteps echoing through the empty halls. "Let's split up," Michael suggests, his voice unsteady. He thinks he's being brave, but deep down, something stirs, an unspoken dread. One by one, they wander into different parts of the mansion. Sarah to the parlor, Michael to the basement, Emily to the Hall of Mirrors, and James upstairs, where something sinister waits. Sarah finds herself drawn to a dusty parlor. An old piano sits untouched, its keys yellowed with age. She reaches out, hesitant, and presses a single key. The note reverberates through the silence, sending shivers down her spine. Then the impossible happens. The piano plays on its own, a slow, haunting melody. She steps back, eyes wide, and sees it, a shadow darker than night, shifting along the wall. It moves with a will of its own, creeping closer and closer until it looms over her, a shapeless mass of darkness. Paralyzed with fear, Sarah watches as the shadow reaches out, its form shifting into a skeletal hand. It brushes against her face, leaving a trail of icy cold in its wake. Heart pounding, she stumbles back, gasping for breath as the shadow retreats. But she knows it's only just begun. Michael ventures into the basement, drawn by a strange, otherworldly humming. The air down there is heavy and thick with the scent of rot and mold. Broken furniture litters the ground, and among the debris, he finds something peculiar, old photographs scattered like discarded memories. In each photo, the same family stands before the mansion, yet, as he studies them closer, he sees it. Their eyes are hollow, empty sockets staring back at him. The lights flicker, and Michael hears it. A voice, soft and pleading. "Help us, free us," it whispers. He turns, searching for the source, but finds only darkness. The voice grows louder, desperate, and Michael drops the photos, stumbling back as a figure materializes from the shadows. A twisted form with empty eye sockets and a gaping mouth that seems to scream without sound. He backs away slowly, the figure closing in until the lights go out. Emily is too afraid to stray far and wanders into a room lined with mirrors. She shudders as she notices her reflection, and something else. A dark figure standing behind her. She turns, but the room is empty. Heart racing, she glances back at the mirror, and the figure is closer now, its skeletal hand reaching out. She watches in horror as the mirror cracks, splintering under the touch of the figure's cold, bony fingers. Who are you?" she whispers, but the figure doesn't respond. Instead, it raises a hand to its face, and as the last shard of glass falls away, its hollow eyes lock onto hers. Emily screams and the mirrors shatter, fragments flying as the figure lunges forward. James, unaware of the terror unfolding below, wanders upstairs. He enters the master bedroom, where an old journal lies open on a dusty table. He picks it up and begins to read. "We are trapped. The house won't let us leave. It feeds on fear and thrives on despair. Beware the lady in white." James looks up, and there she is, the lady in white. Her ghostly form glides towards him, her eyes black voids, her smile twisted and sinister. She reaches out, her hand a mere whisper away. He tries to move, to scream, but he's frozen in place. The lady's grin widens, and with a single touch, a wave of cold washes over him. His body seizes up as darkness engulfs his vision. The last thing he hears is her voice, soft and sweet, whispering, "Stay with me, forever." Downstairs, Sarah, Michael, and Emily meet at the entrance hall, their faces pale with terror. "We have to leave," Sarah whispers, but the front door slams shut. The house shifts and groans, the walls closing in around them. Shadows creep along the floor, reaching out like tendrils, curling around their ankles. "Where's James?" Emily cries, her voice breaking. A chilling scream echoes from somewhere deep within the house, a scream they know all too well. James's voice was filled with agony and despair. "We have to help him!" Michael shouts, but before they can move, the lady in white appears once more, blocking their path. "Leave now," she hisses, her voice like dead leaves rustling. "We'll be trapped here, forever." In a frenzy, they bolt for the door, the house shaking with fury as they force it open. They stumble out into the night, gasping for breath, their hearts pounding with terror. As they turn back, the mansion looms over them, its windows glowing faintly, as if mocking them. The wind carries a final whisper, a voice that chills them to their core. James's voice, pleading, "Help me, don't leave me." The friends run, never stopping until they're miles away. But the guilt, the horror haunts them. Years pass, and the memory fades into legend. But on quiet, moonlit nights, some say you can still hear his voice, crying out from within the cursed walls of Blackwood Manor, forever trapped with the lady in white. And so, the house stands, waiting for its next victim. Thanks for watching this story. If you loved this story, kindly share your thoughts about it in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel and give the story a thumbs up. Thank you, and remain blessed.